Good morning, thanks for joining. We'll just give it a couple of minutes for people to join before we get started. Good morning, welcome to the next evolution of CSP update. My name is John Gorton, I'm the head of Microsoft practice at Bytes. I'll be taking you through some changes Microsoft have made and are continuing to make on the Cloud Solution Provider Program, otherwise known as CSP. If you've attended one of these webinars before, then there are a couple of changes that I'll take you through. And if it's your first time, then welcome. I do hope you find it useful. Before we start, some housekeeping. You'll be muted throughout the session. If you've got any questions, please pop them into the chat window and I'll try to answer them at the end of the session when we'll have a Q&A. There is a survey at the end. I'd really appreciate it if you could spend a couple of minutes just to complete those. The feedback is obviously really useful to us. We'll share a copy of the slides and a link to the recording following the session by email. So let's get started. What is the new commerce experience? So you may have heard of it or referred to it as modern commerce in the past. Simply put, it's the present and future of how Microsoft sells its cloud products and services to customers. So both directly through partners such as Bytes or from Microsoft directly. If you've got an Azure plan subscription or buy perpetual software or service subscriptions, Azure reservations, reserved instances, or third-party marketplace offers, they're all on the modern commerce platform already. This new commerce experience is kind of the expansion of that in terms of moving all per seat based offers into Microsoft's modern commerce platform. So for years, we've had multiple routes to market with loads of different volume licensing agreements, each with their own rules and set of terms. Many of them, such as the EA Select Plus open license, sit on really old commerce platforms, which were designed back when customers used to buy on-premises software. And those commerce platforms need to be brought up to date. So the new commerce experience, what that means to Microsoft is the modernization of their volume licensing programs into effectively 3 routes to market. So all running on their new modern commerce platform. So you see on the right-hand side, we've got 3 pillars. And we've got the breadth motion, which is CSP. So that's with a focus on organizations with up to 2,400 users who typically don't need custom terms. The enterprise is the what we know today as the enterprise agreement. So there are plans to modernize the EA, but that's maybe some time away. And then we've got self-service, which is if you've got users buying ad hoc software directly from Microsoft, they can obviously do that directly. Or there is the Microsoft customer agreement, again, which you can buy Microsoft Azure directly from Microsoft. So you can read more about Microsoft's plans to modernize their commerce platform by clicking the link shown on the screen there. So NCE, or New Commerce Experience, is the next phase of modernizing CSP. As I mentioned, Azure perpetual software subscriptions, reservations, third-party marketplace offers, etc., are already on the new commerce platform. This next phase is to move the per seat based offers onto the new commerce platform. At the same time, Microsoft are using this to update its terms with the introduction and enforcement of a cancellation policy, which changed the available options that you once had through CSP. It's important to note that this only affects commercial customers at this time. So Microsoft are yet to announce a date for education and not-for-profit customers. So let's look specifically at what the changes have happened. So the new Commerce Experience terms launched in the CSP program back on the 10th of January. Which actually was pushed back from its original planned date, which was in October. If you look at the, if you're looking to purchase an NCE offer, you'll first need to accept the updated terms. So when you go into the Bytes Cloud dashboard, you'll be presented with those terms before you can actually make a purchase. Or if you want to see a soft copy of those, then speak to your Bytes account manager and we can send you a copy for you to pre-read before you kind of agree to those terms in the dashboard. So Microsoft have broken down NCE release into, I guess, two phases. So there's the initial phase, which happened on the 10th of January. We saw another phase, which happened on the 10th of March. And then we've got futures, and I'll just cover the what's available now for a second. So there is a new monthly term offer, which provides you with the flexibility that you may have been used to in the previous CSP program. I'll come on to that in more detail in just a sec. For Dynamics 365 only at this time, there's a 36-month offer available, which allows you to price lock for that duration. We expect moving forwards that Microsoft will release a 36-month offer for Microsoft 365 as well. There's just no confirmed date on that at the moment. Billing is now aligned to calendar month. Previously, depending on which partner you bought through, there may have been a mid-month billing date. That's now aligned to calendar month, so obviously much easier to understand invoices. With regards to exclusive new offers, Microsoft will release new offers in CSP that perhaps won't be available through other programs. So whilst that is a benefit now, we'll see how that kind of progresses. There's now the ability to toggle between or auto renew on or off. So previously that was just left on. So within our cloud dashboard, you can now go into your subscriptions and choose whether you leave that on or off. So our preference is to leave that on because then it avoids missing the expiry date and subsequently not having access to your online services. There's two launch promotions, which I'll talk about in a sec. And then just launched on the 10th of March is the availability of the home use program. That's to eligible customers, and the ability to align subscription end dates. Microsoft also released pay-as-you-go telco offers, otherwise known as communications credits. So these have always been available in the enterprise agreement, but are now available in CSP. They effectively allow you to pay for Teams calls on a permanent basis. Later this year, we'll see further functionality. So things like the 36-month offer for Microsoft 365, the ability to convert trials into paid-for subscriptions, a hybrid use benefit, which is actually the rights to use on-premises productivity service when buying Microsoft 365 licenses. So that's a software assurance benefit, if you like, that's available through the enterprise agreement today, but that will come into CSP at some point this calendar year. Also, aligning with the enterprise agreement is this multi-geo capability. So that's been available in the enterprise agreement for years now. So it's good to see Microsoft finally aligning the product terms between the two programs. So multi-geo capabilities allow global customers to essentially replicate data across Microsoft data centers. So if you think of an example, you might have an office in the US, you've got a UK data center. It allows you to hold a copy locally in the US data center so that those users are just accessing data locally. Then we'll also see things like the ability to schedule an upgrade at the end of your term or amend quantities, kind of pre-plan things ahead of the expiry date. So if you're not familiar with the home use program, it's available if you're eligible. So there are some eligibility criteria in terms of number of licenses that you've purchased. But effectively, it allows your employees to buy annual subscriptions of Microsoft 365 Family or Personal at discounted rates. You can see the discount on the screen there. Also, eligible employees can also get discounts on Surface devices or selected Surface devices and accessories. So if you want more information on the home use program, if you go to hup.microsoft.com, there's a load of information there and an FAQ document as well. So the big change with the new commerce experience is the new cancellation policy. So if you think previously in CSP, there were two offer durations available. There was a 12-month commitment, and for Dynamics 365, a 36-month commitment. Both were available with annual upfront or monthly payment options. But because there was no cancellation policy, you had the ability to reduce quantities or even cancel them altogether at any point in time. With the new terms NCE brings, Microsoft are introducing a cancellation policy, which means you can no longer reduce quantities or cancel until you get to the end of your term. That commitment term with the new offers could be 1 month, 12 months, or 36 months. So if you need the flexibility that you may have been used to, if you need to flex up and down on a month-to-month basis, then you can take advantage of the new monthly offer. So that's recently been introduced. That has the same cancellation policy applied to it, so 72 hours from the time you confirm the order. You can then reduce the quantities or cancel at the end of the month. So there is that flexibility still available there. So from now on, we have 3 commitment durations in CSP. As I said, 1 month, 12 months, or 36 months. The monthly duration doesn't have any commitment beyond the 1 month, but it does come with a price premium of 20%. Previously in CSP, you would have bought annual commitments, and that would have price locked or fixed the price for the 12 months. The flexibility which existed was literally due to the fact that Microsoft didn't enforce their cancellation policy. So, like I say, moving forwards, those will be enforced. So, 1 month it is a true 1 month after the 72 hours. 12 months, you are committed for 12 months, and likewise 36 months. The payment options include the ability, obviously, to pay up front, so either for 12 months or 36 months, or obviously 1 month, or you might have a monthly offer for 12 or 36 months as well. Those 12 and 36 monthly payment offers will only be available to you subject to a credit check, and you will be tied in to Bytes or whichever partner you buy through for the duration. You can't move to another partner or move that subscription to another partner. So just an important thing to call out there. When we look at the pricing model, the new subscription lineup is now in line with Microsoft.com and other industries, in fact. So whereby you would receive a discount for making an upfront commitment. So, in this case, on screen, you can see for the annual commitment, if we look at Microsoft 365 Business Basic, it's £3.80 per user per month with an annual commitment. But if you want to not make a commitment to Microsoft, but buy on a month-to-month basis, it would be £4.50. So this screen snip here is directly from Microsoft.com, just to give you an idea. So that aligns CSP to effectively Microsoft.com kind of rules, and the 72-hour cancellation period is more in line with other Microsoft programs such as the Enterprise Agreement and maybe the MPSA. So let's move on to the promotions. Like I said, Microsoft released 2 launch promotions. The first is the monthly offer, whereby Microsoft are discounting it by 16.7%. The reason for that is to match the previous CSP annual price. So if you bought under the legacy CSP offer, which had the flexibility, basically this is discounted to match that pricing. There are a couple of caveats though, because the commitment is only 1 month on a monthly offer. There's no price lock beyond 1 month. So what that means is that come the end of the promotion period, which is the end of June for this one, the pricing will increase on the 1st of July. There's also a cap on promotions. So this promotion is capped to 2,400 seats, and that's regardless of which partner you buy through. So it's a design limitation from Microsoft, which is technically enforced. Whichever partner you buy through, when you place the order, there is a check done against your Microsoft 365 tenant to look at how many promotional SKUs you've purchased. And if you've obviously reached the cap, 2,400, then the promotional pricing won't be made available to you. Then we've got a 5% promotion on the annual commitment. This one expires at the end of this month. So, you should use this one to lock in pricing before the promotion expires. So there's a couple of options to do this, which I'll talk about in a few slides time actually, in terms of how to price lock. In terms of promotions, you can get a view in the cloud dashboard of all of the products that have got promotions. As you can see on screen here, you go into tenants, click on the promotions tab, and then you can see all of the products that have got promotions and the associated discount on the right-hand side. Again, if you're just browsing products, you can see the products that have got promotions on. They've got a little tablet next to them, just depicting the fact that there is a promotion on that. And then if you drill down into the product, you can then again see the promotion, the discount, and the expiry date. So thinking about the timeline of events, I mentioned at the start that Microsoft are on a journey. They are releasing new offers, new features as they go. So take it through the current time frame. Available today is the annual commitment promotion, which I mentioned is available now and reduces the price by 5%. So again, it's for an annual commitment. Given that it's an annual commitment, purchasing a quantity of 1 or more today will lock in the 5% discount for any online service that you buy for 12 months. So if I give you an example, if you purchase a quantity of 1 of Microsoft 365 E3, you could then increase that quantity later on in the year at the same discounted price. So just some considerations: if you've got legacy subscriptions in CSP, then consider price locking now, so that when it comes to renewing those legacy subscriptions, you can renew them into the NCE fixed price subscription as and when they come up for renewal. So another thing to think about: if you currently pay monthly, you could renew early. So if you've got, let's say, an expiry for your legacy subscriptions that come in, happens in June, you could reduce down to 0 or cancel those legacy subscriptions and instead buy them again today. There's no overlapping cost, so no issue with doing so. And the benefit is that you have a 5% discount on your pricing. The monthly commitment promotion is available today, and I've gone too far. Go back. It's available today, so point number 2. That reduces the price so that it's in line with the same annual offer that we had in previous CSP. Like I said, that one runs up until the end of June, at which point the pricing will increase to its normal price, which is 20% more than the annual commitment. Today, we've got Microsoft Dynamics 365 available as a 36-month term. Later this year, we'll see the launch of Microsoft 365 as a 36-month offer as well. Like I said, we just don't have a defined time frame from Microsoft on that one yet. And from now, any new purchases are only available as NCE offers, i.e. any products that you haven't previously purchased will be subject to the cancellation policy and the annual commitment if you're buying annual commitment offers. You'll still be able to amend quantities for any existing legacy offers, either until they expire or until the end of December this year, whichever is soonest. And with regards to renewing legacy offers into legacy, you can still do that until the 1st of July, after which time any expiring legacy offers will need to be moved into or renewed as NCE offers. And I mentioned kind of the end of December as a key date. So from 1st of January next year, all transactions in the CSP program will need to be through the or on the new commerce platform. So if you've got any legacy subscriptions, we'll work with you as we obviously progress throughout the year to move those to NC as and when they expire. Just going back to the renewals, if you do renew before the 1st of July, again, we'll need to move those to the new commerce platform before the end of December, regardless of when you renew. So that is it from me in terms of the update. Like I said, I would strongly encourage you to look at the price locking before the end of the month in terms of those annual commitment offers. Whichever SKUs you buy today, they will be locked for a 12-month duration. You only need to buy a quantity of one, and then you can add to that as the obviously time progresses as the year goes by. So with that, let me just see if there are any questions in the window. Somebody asking about the monthly term promotion. Yeah, that expires at the end of June. So pricing will increase as of the 1st of July on the monthly term offer. Next question, did you say that these offers are not currently available to local authorities or not-for-profits? Yeah, so education and charities, they will currently buy as per the legacy CSP program. So the discounted offers are currently not available to those segments. Commercial and government customers can avail of the NCE offers, but at the same time will be bound by the new cancellation policy. Okay, there's no other questions at the moment, I don't think. If you do have any questions, you can either contact your Bytes account manager or drop an email to tellmemore@bytes.co.uk. We'll get straight back to you on those. If you could take the time to complete the survey, we'd really appreciate that. But thanks for your time.